Hey, how are we all doing? How are we all doing? Hopefully we've got Mike. Who is Mike? But hopefully we got him. Let's have a quick look. Yes, we have. Right, who's in? We got Tim. Tim's in first. AF117s. It could well be. You can see the victim for today. Afternoon, Anthony. Aaron's in. Off for gaming session. Jerry's in. Hi, Jerry. Joe's in. Mr. Matamley. Nick's in. Damp and dreary Stroud. We're watching Harvey. Tom and Susie, still snowing? My tummy's going. Bob's in. Hi, Bob. It's going down through the list. I think I said hello to Nick. Tom and Susie, Bob, Tim, Derek Cooper. How you doing, Derek? Bruno's in. Hi, Bruno from Chile. Hopefully it's not chilly in Chile, Bruno. I expect it's pretty warm down there, isn't it? Oh, it jumped loads. Rob's in. Hi, Rob. Multi. Phil Taylor. Afternoon to you, Phil. Good to see you in, mate. Martin's in. Hi, Martin. The patient. The victim. JJ's in. Stream flickering. It needs an epileptic warning. It's not here. It's not flickering here, Martin. Yeah. No, I don't tend to get it because I'm using an SLR for this camera, and I'm using a Pro Panasonic camera here. I don't get the light strobing thing, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Bit dingy in Tiverton. What are you doing down in Tiverton? Whoa, Rob. Thanks, mate. Still no sound. Yes. Well tested. GT Jeff's in. How you doing, Jeff? And Benji. F5 did the trick, Martin, did it? What does F5 do? That probably put me into outer space if I pressed it. So I think everything is working. Hopefully, I think, because I didn't test. Strange. Why is that not working then? I might have switched that one off. Is it that one? No, is it that one? Yes. Okay, so the overhead camera's not working at the moment. Oh, F5 is refresh. You're on holiday from Hi-Fi Radio friend Hans Peter. Hi, Peter. How are you, mate? Well, you heard a beep with Rob's donation, did you now? Yeah. I'll have to turn the volume up. Maybe it's just my speakers, because I've not got any desktop speakers. Whee! Thank you, Eli. JJ. That's not even popped up, look. So I don't know what's going on with this. It'd probably be delayed, wouldn't it? I like the old crocodile. Play the happy noise. That's good then. That must mean it's working. But yeah. Thanks, JJ. But it didn't do yours, did it? Az, how are you, mate? So yeah, this is coming from John. I've not heard from John for a while, but he sent me a message a week or so ago, and he said he got this hacker Helmsman not working. Would I have a look at it for him? So I thought, well, yeah, definitely. About time we had another hacker in. I know we had one in the Christmas streams, but you know, got me liquid lunch, not beer. I got the old Lidl's meal replacement. One bottle equals one meal. Yeah, I don't know why JJ's didn't come through. Well, we've seen it here, but it didn't pop up on the screen for some reason. It's not registered. Strange things go on with this software, don't they? But thanks very much, JJ. So yeah, apparently this doesn't work at all. Doesn't work at all. And it came complete with live stream beer. So John very kindly sent me a couple of New Forest beers. That's where he's from. Let's just see if we can get it on the main camera. Yeah, there we are. Flex and New Forest IPA. Aldi's coming to Colorado. Yeah, so you know, you got a picture of the deer in the New Forest. Look, 4.9%. Excellence in every last drop. So very kind of John to send this through for me. So it's brewed with a combination of Chinook and Cashmere hops. Chinook? Cashmere? Bit different. Zingy, zesty, lemon, tangerine and peach. Brewed to perfection using our special double drop brewing process. Sounds good stuff, doesn't it? Apparently it contains Maris Otter barley as well. Well, I suppose we ought to try it, don't we? Cheers, Rob. Did that pop up? I didn't hear that. Cashmere, apparently it's Cashmere hops. I don't know if they mean that they come from Kashmir or that's just the name of them. I just really don't know. Let's get it in the cruncher pot and have a look. You got your head in the study books. Basic electronics curse. Not used. Whoa! Whoa! Hell. Yeah, missed that. I forgot that John said they might have got a bit shook up. So I've now sprayed my computer, my microphone, all of my microphones, the keyboard, excuse me while I just clean up the beer situation. Can't be wasting good beer like that. Oh my god, it's all over there as well. And I have a nice big puddle on the floor. Let's just blow this out the keyboard a minute. Oh, it looks like maybe Parcel Force threw that about a bit. That's feisty beer. Whoa. Let's Strangely, the beer didn't go on the radio, look. It hit my computer with some force. Don't think it went inside. I got beer up on my desk here. Beer on the screen. Oh my. Beer in my other microphone. It's a disaster. Beer on my hacker book as well. That's not good. It'd make it smell authentic workshop manual though, wouldn't it, with a bit of beer on it. Whoa, that was feisty. Controlling the language, yeah. I don't know what I said. Right, let's just carry on talking amongst yourselves while I you know, the worst thing is I've actually lost some beer. This is the worst thing. So I might have to let the other one settle for a month. Cause it shows you how much jigging about the parcels get, doesn't it? Because say that's been here. Well, it arrived. I think it arrived. It's either Friday or Saturday that arrived. It's been sat for a while. That's even got up on my stream deck, look. Wow. I don't think it's damaged anything of value. Smells like a brewery in here now. It's all over the floor. It's all over the floor because I put the bottle on the floor quick. I'm wearing quite a lot of it as well. Luckily I bought one of those little spot cleaners so I can bring that up later and just suck up the beer. John, I spoke to John earlier, he said watch your beer, it might be shaken up a bit. I forgot all about that, didn't I? I forgot all about that. Right, okay. Yeah, nice. Alright, as you were, we're back in business. Only got half a bottle left, look. God, there's a fair bit gone out of it. Rob's off? What's Rob doing? Oh, he's got to have dinner. I'll catch up with the chat in a minute. Wow. How about that? Live beer explosions. You know, you only get it on this channel. You can't get this anywhere else, you know. Right, panic over. Is my phone soaked? Yep. Lucky the phone's waterproof though, so that's not a problem. Still stuff on the screen over here. Yeah. The microphone is dripping. If we didn't go in the element, I think we may have got off lucky here. The beer gods were looking down on us. Right, okay. Panic over. So, it says there's still more. Still more. So it's in the mouse as well. The mouse got hit. Right. There was a fair bit of pressure in that, wasn't it? It's first, yeah. Have I knocked a beer over before? Probably have. Did it did it actually show on the thing, did it, what it was going like? I'll have to have a look at that. Just catching up with the chat. For decoration, Dave Rhodes, how you doing, mate? You just missed the beer. You'll have to rewind. Hi, Baz. Jerry. You doing dry January? Yeah. Derek, afternoon, mate. It's rather damp North Devon here as well now. Devon? You got to do it, Rampton. Welcome, mate. Vertical beer. Whoa. Just as well I didn't like whack the top clean off. It would have probably hit the ceiling, I bet. That was a hell of a lot of pressure, wasn't it? Dear oh dear. So, no radios were damaged. The computer, I think, has had a lucky escape. Because it did hit it a little bit. But I think the filter thingy stopped a lot of it hitting it. Soon dry out in there anyway if it has gone in. Whew. Give me mouse wires. Got it. Sandra, how are you? It's a feisty little brew, that one, Baz. Right, let's try again. Flippin' heck. Yeah, definitely going to have a big clean-up job on the floor. These are floor tiles I had put in here because it's a workroom. I thought if they ever get damaged or burnt or soda falls on them or something, I can just pull them up and put some new ones down. So I don't think it'll come to that though. Right, okay, as we were. Cheers, everybody. Feisty. Afternoon, Ben. Right, at last we can look at the radio. So I've got the manual. It's now got beer stains on it. Authentic beer stains, though. Yeah. So I've got the manual and it's dated 1968, so that sort of dates the radio, doesn't it? Now, there were some amendments done from serial number 8001. So they changed to silicon by the looks of it. So, depending on what the serial number is, will determine whether this has got lock fits or AF117s in it. So let's have a look. Should be one on the bottom here. So it's 19,611. So that would mean it's not got AF117s in the AM board. So it's the IF board. So they're using lock fits now. Yeah, looks like they're using lock fits now. But originally the older ones did have the AF117s, so you can see that there. So they had 3 AF117s. But this hasn't, allegedly, unless someone's changed the case, which is possible. Right, let's have a little look then. So we've got, unfortunately, we've got a handle end missing. So anybody got any of those? There must be a way of 3D printing these. The thing is, they're quite thin. I mean, I think if you 3D printed it, they would had to be a bit chunkier to make them last. You could spray them silver. Looks like someone's had a power socket in the side and someone's put black silicon in it. Yeah, it looks like black silicon to fill the hole. And here on the back. But say, John's not really worried about the looks of it, he just wants it working. So if anybody that doesn't know these, you have a look at the bands on this thing, look. Let's get it down on the bench and I'll try and zoom you in. So we've got 3 shortwave bands. Now these were really, I think they were aimed at the sort of the seafaring community, boating people. I believe some of these are trawler bands. Yeah, so we've got Marine Mobile on shortwave 3. From 1.6 megs to 3 megs. So that must be HF Mobile for boats. I don't know if that's the old trawler AM band, I'm not sure. Anybody monitor that at all? Anybody got any frequencies for that? It'd be interesting to hear some shipping on HF. I've never really heard shipping on HF. Obviously I've heard it on VHF. So yeah, so it goes from 1.6 up to 4 megs on this shortwave 3. Shortwave 2 goes from 5 megs, so it probably takes off from the 4. So it goes from 5 up to 14 megs. And looks strangely, looks like we've got an overlap here because we've got 12 and 14 megs here as well. So we've got a little bit of an overlap there, but this is a bit wider spread by the looks of it. It's more of a band spread maybe. But I mean, there's going to be a lot of radio amateurs in 14 megs. Up to 30. So it even goes over the CB band as well. Obviously this is AM, not SSB. You'd need a BFO to be able to do that. Switches on the bottom, we've got shortwave 1, 2, 3. Obviously we've got medium wave and we've also got long wave on this one. No FM. So the aerial on it, which is over here, is just for AM. It's for the shortwave bands. I think there's a ferrite in it for medium wave and long wave, but we'll have a look. Yeah, it might even be one of the shortwave bands that's got a ferrite as well, but yeah, interesting radios these. Bass, oh no, we've got band spread on this side. So band spread is like a fine tuning control. So it's like a fine tuning for whatever band you're on. I think, unless it only operates on this section here. I don't know, but it may operate on all of the bands. I would expect it to. And then we've got a treble control. Strange we've got no bass. I was thinking that was a bass, but of course it's not. Band spread. Interesting. It's a long while since I've done one of these. I think it was, if you look back in my live streams, it was something like 2016 when I did one of these. Ricardo's in. How you doing, Ricardo? Put Shugu in the hole. I don't know. Hacker Yacht Boy. Mick Mac, how you doing, mate? Welcome back, Rob. Just poured some speckled hen out. Very nice. Yeah, I won't be pouring any more out on here. That next one will be opened in the kitchen over the sink. I'm gutted that I've lost nearly half a pint. So we've got a hole here for an external shortwave aerial. Can't quite see that, can you? Hole for a shortwave aerial, and then the dreaded headphone socket. So I mean, it could be this that's killed it dead, because if this goes open circuit, then nothing works in the radio. So it could be as simple as that. Over this side we've got a tape socket. Again, if any of you are into taping your shortwave broadcasts, which I would recommend, it's quite good to, if you've got a decent capture, to record it. And we've got an external aerial for long wave and medium wave, which is unusual, isn't it? You don't normally have an external long wave, medium wave socket. It's normally FM. So yeah, interesting radio. Obviously we've got, oh, that feels a bit scratchy. That's because, I don't know if any of you have seen the little cork packers that Hacker put in these. So this one's had a new control. Looks like it's had a plastic one put in. Originally it would have been brass. And they haven't put the packer back in. So we need to pack that out a little bit, stop it scratching the dial plate. Now John informs me that the aerial's good, so let's have a look. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got a little bit of a kink in it. Just about up here somewhere. It's a little bit kinky up here, but pretty good. Let's have a look in the back then. Let's see what's in the back end of it. So we've obviously got our grill on the back, which, well, it's not quite attached. This is detached there. So it's got two pegs broken, but again, I don't think John wants me to mess with the what's names. Okay, so I can see straight away there's been some interesting mod done to that, look. So it's got a different battery tray than the original. It looks like it's disconnected as well, look. So someone hasn't pushed that wire in there far enough. That would also make the radio not work, wouldn't it? Anyway, we can use that to power it up. This is a 12-volt radio, not an 18 as well. So if you've got one of these, don't go firing up with 18 volts. But yeah, someone's just glued two of these together, which works, you know. Fits as well, doesn't it? It's not a bad little idea, really. It's 9, yeah, 12 volts. we've got our amplifier. So it looks like someone's worked on this, because we have brand new, half decent caps actually in the amplifier. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. So we've got brand new caps in the amplifier. Ah, this is interesting. That's another job I don't have to do. We've got the old caps up on the other board, mind you. And if you look in through the hole there, you can just about see a lock fit hiding away. I was trying to get John to have a look inside and see if he could find whether it was an older model that had the AF117s. Well, you can clearly see we've got a lock fit there. So if this was an older one, that would be an AF117. It's difficult to get the camera angles. Yeah, you can see there's another one underneath there. Hide inlet. That's the oscillator. So what do you reckon then? I mean, we're going to have to... John wants me to recap it. Well, we won't need to recap that. It looks like we've used decent caps in there as well. That looks like a Panasonic. These might be Panasonics as well. So yeah, that's been done. Interesting. So we could have just an open headphone situation. What do you reckon? It's either that or one of the lock fits. Is the lock fit in the oscillator is packed up. That's my two guesses. I'm going headphone socket. So these use C cells. They use a funny little battery tray. It's like a blown plastic thing. Hacker Packer. Yeah, I have got some of those, Tim. You thought there was something green crawling across the ferrite. It's OBS, yeah. So you notice we've got two ferrites, look. We've got one in the back here, and then this is going to be our one for our medium wave, long wave with an oscillator coil on it. But yeah, the back one I think does one of the shortwave bands. I'm not sure which. I would think it's probably. We're saying that there's not a lot of wire on it, so it's going to be one of the higher frequencies, I'd have thought. So possibly shortwave one. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look. In fact, let me just get the manual out a minute for you, because we will have it in our British Vintage Wireless Society radio data. You got yours, Bob? Did you? Was it Bob that ordered it last week? Did it? No, what is it? RP36, is it? Yeah, RP36. Come on, don't tell me you haven't got the RP36 here. No. 37, 38? No, they haven't. Strange. Let's see if they got the radio and television service. I've got it. Yeah, okay. Make sure we're on the screen. Yes, we are. So looks like 11 transistor battery operated AM, covering medium wave, long wave, 3 shortwaves, band spread tuning on all bands. Okay. There we go, look, telescopic rod for shortwave 1 and shortwave 2, ferret rod for shortwave 3. Yeah, I would have thought there'd be a lot more wire on it for shortwave 3. Lower the band, the longer the area, wouldn't it? Okay. So obviously this is the one with the old transistors in it. We haven't got those. Let's go down to the circuit then. So we've got 3 different oscillators, so we haven't got one common oscillator, so maybe it's not going to be an oscillator. It's leading to just the tape socket, not tape socket, the headphone socket, which is this one here. So if this is open, this contact here, if that's open, you will get no sound out of the speaker. It will be totally dead. It's probably best on all of these radios, to be fair, to actually bridge that out, because the number of these that go open circuit, I mean, I had someone phone me the other week that bought a refurbed radio off of me, a hacker, and that stopped working. So I said 99% probably is going to be that headphone socket. So he was going to try that and get back to me. Well, I haven't heard anything since, so I assume it was that. So I'm just finishing off my lunch. Okay. Has this got the amendments on it? Dial cord, no, we don't want to touch that. Okay. So that answers that question about the ferrite, doesn't it? Oh dear. Proso's Durasonic, isn't it? Yeah, plug-in area would definitely help shortwave 3 as. 8-ball's a bit random these days, Aaron, isn't it? Okay, let's crack some fire up here and see what happens then. Let's zoom out a bit. Whee, that worked. I'd seen that, Rob, but I didn't hear it. You keep saying that, Rob, but you haven't sent it yet. You were going to send it for Christmas, weren't you? I have got loads on at the moment, mind you. So let's have a look at the voltage. 9 volts. Let's go up to 12. Let's connect her up. And that's fire. Okay. Well, it's drawing 20 milliamps, so I reckon it's got some power there somewhere. Let's get the homemade signal tracer out. Now let's have a think. It's before. Eight-ball doesn't think so. I don't know, Aaron. I'd need to reload the software to get it to work properly, so bit of a faff. Right, input. Nothing coming through there, so I think it's broken. There's no... Let's just turn it on to something a minute. Let's go long wave. We know that we should have radio 4 back there. Nothing there. So where's our headphone socket? It's up here. Can I get in there? No. Can I find any signals? I don't know. I need to nip to the loo a minute, people, so bear with me. I will be back shortly. Right, back. We are back. Hopefully you haven't gone to sleep while that was playing. Yeah, you can. The classical music, most of it was like way before the whole copyright thing. Just whacked my computer then. Hopefully we're still going to be live. Right, okay, sorry, I had to shoot then. That was a bit of an urgent job. Let's see if we can find anything in this radio then. Gotta be some signals in here somewhere, surely. Let's have a look at the volume pot. I'm struggling to try and get up in underneath where the headphone socket is. quite. Strange. I'm going to have to take it out the case because I can't get to anything with it in the case here. Let's pop it out of the case. Just trying to think where we would be able to see a signal. Let me just get that back up again. Yeah, we should have it on the socket, pin 1, so we haven't got it on the socket. Interesting. So it's like there's nothing coming out of the radio, so it could be something in the IF. I don't know, we're going to need to take it apart. Let's undo these first. Get a little pot. Little potty. That's my theory of headphone socket out the window, isn't it? Seems like we've got something a little bit more ominous. So it looks like the amplifier's on a little shelf. Maybe disconnected. There's our amp. Then we've got a couple of screws which look a bit different than standard in here. Don't remember these having this type of screw with a washer, but these have. Now there is a diode in these, in the IF cans, that causes problems from time to time. That could be your problem if it's not the headphone socket. Right, let's get back onto the main camera, which I thought I was on all the time. Farm Tech, how you doing, Kim? Yes, I did, Jeff. Yeah, I taped it all up and sprayed it because, you know, they get bashed about. They start looking a bit tatty, and it's best to just clean them completely off and either have them like that as just plain aluminium, or tape them up and repaint it. Okay, let's So we don't need the amplifier necessarily for this to test, because we should be getting a signal out of here into the amplifier, which is then amplified. So we should be able to test it without connecting the amplifier. I will need the no, I won't need the speakers, will I? Of course I won't. Of course I won't. Right, let's try it again then. Actually, what we'll do is we'll also pop this little cover off here. This is the IF section in this can here. You can just about see it. Lives in there. Because we're going to need to do a bit of probing in there, I think. It just slides off like that. And that's our IF section with the lock fits in it. 1, 2, and there's one up here. So let me test the back of the lock fits as well. So let's hook her back up to the power. No. Is it still turned on? No. So let's go to our long wave. We should be on, hopefully, radio 4. Let's get my signal tracer. Find a ground point. Let's have a little probe about then. So, anything on the IF? Let's have a little look. Let's get over to the IF board here. See if we've got anything there, because there's another socket here as well. This radio tape socket that can also cause problems. Yeah, this one can cause problems as well. That can be open circuit. So we've got it there. No. Okay, IFs. Nothing on that one, or the first one at the top here. That's in here somewhere. Nothing on the IF cans. Nothing. Right, let's have a look. Where are we going? I have cans. We've got a lovely Alka mode down here. One could be broken, is he? Nope. Don't think we're going to get anything on here because this won't pick up low level RF. It's not sensitive enough. No, it must come out of this board. Is that the input from the board there? Nothing. And nothing to which is the input here. Let's have a look. Pin 1 is there, that one. Seems that we have a problem with our equipment again. Rob! No, it's not the switches. Thank you, Rob. Comes up this random. So I think we have a problem with our yeah, we have a break in our wire here. It's just to keep us on our toes. Let's go get the rubber boot off of it. Oh, come on. It's a long time ago that I built this. Many, many, many years. In fact, it's the first bit of test equipment I think I had, other than a multimeter. Come on. Come off now. There we go. Yes, I think we got a break there, don't you? I think we got a break there. Right. Yeah, definitely a break there. Where's me wiki wick gone? Come over there. What are you doing over there? Why have you done that? Why have you gone down there? I don't know. Right, let's cut that back a bit. Always got the old running repairs, haven't we? Right, I see where. Right. Remember to cool that down, Graham. It'll be the first time. Half the cost is in the ferrites, yes. It's a fair sized ferrite, isn't it? Right, just clamp that wire back down. Stick his boot back on. we're back in business, right? Let's try again. Better, right. So let's try the volume pot again. Nothing. Now I think it's the center one is ground on these. Yeah, can we do that? What is that one? We don't appear to have anything there. No. Let's try the tape outlet again. Now we've got nope. Headphones, sockets, well that's not even connected, it's not even in the circuit now, is it? Of course it isn't. No, there's nothing, it's dead as. There's one there, so that goes long ways down here. Is that it there? We have no signals anywhere in this radio. A very undone core there, but then that does tend to be it on some occasions. A very dry joint there. How strange. I'll just connect it right back up again a minute. Not right back up, but let's connect the amp in again. Pretty sure you don't need the amp connected to check the IF. Let's get a couple of leads. How are we doing in the chat anyway? Yeah, we will do in a minute, Derek. So I'll connect it back up properly, and then we'll have a good old probe about. Yeah, we need to check the this is definitely a pop. It's definitely a pop when you turn it on. There's nothing on the input to the volume pot, which obviously there should be. Well, that looks like that's the output from the front end. Okay. It's multimeter time. Let's have a look. What should we have and where should we have it? Well, we should have some voltages on here. Okay, so we've got our 12 volts on there. So we've got 12 volts going to the amp. Let's get the schematic up again. No, that's... Have we got any voltages on this? And then page 4, static voltages. So TR2, TR3 and TR4 are all supposed to have 8 volts on their collectors. No. So the collectors are all on the left. So we can find somewhere to put the probe in. It's not going to keep jumping out. So that's that one there. That should have 8 volts. Yeah, that's got 8. I don't know if you can see that or not. So 8 volts to that. The other one is down just in behind this can here. We've got 8 volts there. Yep. We got another one there. Can't physically get into very well, but it should have 8 volts there. 8.6, okay. Which one's that? Because that one is TR4. That's the only one I didn't test with the signal tracer at. So TR4 should have 1.7 on the base and 1.5 on the emitter. So base is this one, should be 1.7. 0.7, okay. And 1.5 on the emitter, which is the middle pin. We've got nothing. Absolutely zilch on that. Okay. So we've got our 8, nothing, and 0.7. So TR4 looks a bit poorly. Or TR3 then. 0.85 and 0.65. 0.85 and 0.65. That's got nothing either. Oh, it's got the point. It's got 0.69, but it's got nothing on there. Which is that? Is that the base in the middle? No, that's the emitter. So the emitter should have 0.65. I know it's not a lot, but it's got absolutely zilch. So we've got nothing on the emitter there. So look at the other one, if I can find out where the hell it is. It's really difficult to see where this one is. I think it's there. So I think that was the... So this is TR2 now. So we've got 1.7, which pin is that? 1.7 on the base of that. We should have 0.8. This is strange. So 1 volt on the emitter. Oh, that's not a million miles off. And obviously we know our base has got R8, so that's got too much voltage. So there's too much voltage and not enough voltage flying around that IF can. Let me have some beer while we contemplate it. Hi Gavin, how are you? You sure it's not 0.8 volts? Definitely says 8 volts, 8 volts, 8 volts. Make sure I'm on the right one. Yeah, IF unit. Receiver switch to shortwave 3. Okay, I'm not switched to shortwave 3, so maybe that's what I need to do. I don't think that'll make a lot of difference, but it might do, you never know. Let's change it to shortwave 3 then. Let's check those voltages again. So we should have 8 volts there still. Yeah, 8.5. This one, I think that was the 8 volts there. Yeah, 8 volts there still. Yeah, it was 7. It's dropped a little bit now, that one. So yeah, we've got 1.7 there, which is wrong. We've now got 1.1, so that one's come up. 1.7 and 1.1. So it should be 0.8 and it should be 0.8 and 0.7 on that one, but it's not. So let's check TR4 again. So we know we've got our 8. We should have 1.7 on the base and 1.5 on the emitter. So the emitter is there. We've got nothing on the emitter of that one at all. And we've got 0.7 on the base. And this one here, emitter, 0.6. Sorry, that's the base is 0.6. We've got nothing on the emitter of that one either. So, TR3 and TR4 are an issue. Let's have a look at the schematic then, because I reckon it could be that diode. So TR3, TR4 emitter goes into that can. Where's that getting its voltage from? That's the negative. See, we've got this CR1. I have had that go on more. About 3 occasions I've had CR1 fail, which kills the radio absolutely stone dead. But if that was open, you'd think we'd still get some signal back here, wouldn't you? So TR2 is roughly correct. It's going to operate as a transistor. I mean, it could be that both of these have blown. It would be strange. I mean, yeah, they do go. They're not infallible. You know, we've got a capacitor here. I mean, this is a horrible thing. This is one of these is the L commode. That's strange they've done the amplifier and not the rest of the board, really, isn't it? But to be honest, the amplifier is the easiest thing to get at, isn't it? So we've definitely got our voltage missing from both of these emitters, look. Both of these emitters have got no... Was that a collector? Hang on, am I getting this wrong? I may have got that wrong. Definitely we've got the wrong voltages there. I just wondered if it changed when they changed it to silicon, whether the voltages would have been slightly different. Now the emitter's the one with the arrow on it, isn't it? I think so. I've got that up on my... How would they have no voltage on here unless these were shorted, maybe? But they can't be shorted because we'd have the same voltage. Could be open, I suppose. I don't know. Guesses, answers on a postcard. Yeah, I know. There's no voltages for the silicon ones, Baz. Martin Ryan, how are you, mate? It doesn't, does it? There's something wrong there. Check R27, is Derek saying. Check R27. See if we can find R27. Have we got a layout for all of this? I don't think we have we? Or have we? That's the amp. Dial cord. Switch bank. Don't tell me the only one we haven't got a layout for is the IF board. No, we haven't got a layout on the IF board. Let's see if we can find R27. It's unusual that there's nothing in it anywhere. Okay. Just trying to locate this resistor. Can't believe this. Ah, there we are. I thought there was. Saying that R27 might be on the main board. Voltage. What's R27 that Derek just said, isn't it? The problem is I've got two different service manuals here as well. Catch you soon, Tom. Just see if I can find this R27, 23, 25, C27. Where's R27 gone? Let me just check this is the same resistor on this circuit. It should be, because normally the trailer, they just copied it off, didn't they? R27 1K, is that... It's on the main chassis, R27 1K. It's on there somewhere. I can't see it unless it's on the back. Or is it this one? I cannot see it, Derek. It floats from the power switch. Floats from the power switch. So it's on positive rail to the amplifier. It's on the positive rail to the amplifier. the only... I mean, that's... What is it, 1K? I think that is a 1K down here. I think we've got a 1K down here, but it's I don't know if you can see it. Is that 1K? Red, black, brown. $12 volt. That's dropping it down to the 8. Let's go in and out of the switch. Oh, come back. There's something not right with those voltages. Yeah, on the service sheet it does say that it's on the main it says indicates components on the main chassis. I mean, we've got this one here. Nothing on that at all. That's the only other one I can see on the chassis, Derek. There's this is a hidden one somewhere. That's the only one I can see across the power supply. And that pink wire is the one coming out, so I think that is it. Yeah, that is it. So that is dropping it down to 8 volts, isn't it? So we've got 12 volts going to our amplifier on that side, and the other side has got 8 volts there, which is switched through to this wire here, which then curls around. Where's that one go to? Curls around. Does it go through down through here? No, where's that one go to then? Now that goes into that, that's the HT into that board. So yeah, the HT into that board is there at 8.5 volts. So we've definitely got our HT coming into the board. It's definitely that resistor there that I showed you. I don't know how much lag there is, but it's can you see it on the switch there? This one here. That one. That one there. It doesn't use a Mullard module, Baz, no. So we're happy with R27. I can pop the power off to it and just double check that that's the correct resistance. Well, 1.1k is slightly high, but not a lot. Okay. So none of those transistors are reading correct. The only one that's possibly nearly correct is TR2. There's no... Yeah, there's no voltages on this indicating whether they're different to the germanium ones. I don't think there'd be that much difference, would there? See, TR2 is a mixer and an IF amplifier, so that would kill it dead if TR2 was no good. Let's have a look if the trader sheet says any different voltages a minute then. Let's look at the trader sheet. Static measures amplifier. Static voltages tuner. IF unit, there we go. So it is the same. So the collector is running at 8 volts on all of them. I mean, this is copied straight out of the hacker manual, so I don't think there's going to be that much difference. Pardon me. Let's have a look at the schematic again then. So this is the front end. And where are we coming into IF? So that point there is where the signal comes in from the front end. So we got, is that a switch there, D? The signals are passing through these. So I mean, if this one was dead, that would kill it, wouldn't it? Let me double check the voltages on that one again. So I don't know why they don't mark them on the schematic. It would make it a damn sight easier, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's exactly the same. So let's try again. I just said that, Rob, just now. Did you have a signal on T1? No, I didn't. Oh, T1 though. No, hang on. T1 is the oscillator, isn't it? TR1. Yeah, that's the oscillator side. That's from Kim saying check on the 5-pin connector. Check the 5-pin connector. There's no signals on that at all. Doesn't even seem to be any there is a bit of RF there, I think, but there's no signal on it. Don't extend, the BC versions will be in reverse to the AF ones, so all backward and different values. Doesn't the input run through C7? C8, isn't it? Ah, you're saying this is... Ah, yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Point B comes up into the base there. So, I mean, we should have a half-decent signal on the collector there of TR2, but it's absolutely nothing on it. No worries, Rob. If the oscillator isn't working, the radio will be dead. But there's 3 different oscillators on this, Aaron, and none of them are working. So that points to the IF section, really, and it's potentially is that first transistor. C4, 7 and 8. Kim is saying C4, 7 and 8. So look where they are. C7, C8 on that picture. No C4 though, that must be further back. C4 is the feed to the medium wave oscillator. It's on the base of the medium wave oscillator. Let me check these voltages again. So I've got, it's actually written on the board which terminal's which. So we got base, emitter, collector. So base TR2. It's 0.01. Emitter, nothing. Hang on. We turned on, hang on. Hang on. Hey? That's me touching the aerial. The shortwave 3 is that one. Let me have a think a minute. Let's see if we can get a signal through this blimmin' thing a minute. So let's shortwave 3 then, which is what we're switched to. Let's stick a 3 meg signal out with my signal generator. See if it can pick that up. If I can find me a little loop thing, which normally hangs on the side. There it is. Don't you beep beep at me. Amplitude. Oh, we're on 100 millivolts, so it should pick that up. So 3 is. It's picking that up. It's deaf as a post though. Absolutely deaf as a post. I mean, that's 10 millivolts, look. You can barely hear it. That should be blasting through, I'm sure. 50. $60 millivolts. So there is something. It's deaf as a post. Yeah. Let's try. So the other bands only work on the telescopic, don't they? So let's have a look at shortwave 1. That is, let's go middle of the road. Let's go, say, 18 megs. Let's go 18 megs. It's getting through a little bit better. But I've got the volume up nearly max, look. Turn the volume down to a listenable level. You can't hear it at all, so let's try another band. Shortwave 2. Let's go, say, 8 megs. It's there, but very weak. Medium wave then. Let's what we'll then do. Let's try 800. Let's say nearly max volume. So yeah, it is working. Long wave. Let's try, say, 0.300. Okay. That doesn't seem to. Let's just check over this side. We've got nothing on long wave. Nothing on long wave, so I mean it could be the long wave transistor's gone, but we've definitely got a knackered IF there somewhere. It is getting through though, so that would mean that the diode must be working. We've obviously got one of the IF transistors is dodgy. Potentially. What's the verdict? Would you agree with that? A dodgy IF transistor? Let's just check out what we're saying. Bad date of alignment? Yeah, could be. That's what Rob's saying. Could be the phantom twiddler. Let's have a little look just to see whether we think that it's been got at from the phantom. So the cores don't look to be broken. They're not sort of like screwed all the way in or all the way out. We'd need to stick the IF signal in and have a play with that, really, wouldn't we? Let's have a look at the IF alignment then. Well, they want wobulator and all sorts of business, but you don't need that. You don't need wobbling. IF alignment 470 kilohertz. Yes, beep, beep, beep. Cool, that made me jump then. let's try 2 millivolts. 3 millivolts. So you can barely just about hear that. So let's have a quick go at the IF cans and see if it'll bring it up. If not, then we'll pull the transistors and have a look. I'm just doing it by ear at the moment. You should really connect something to it, but it's going to be pretty obvious now. Which is the first one? Which is the first IF? It's going to be that one up there. I think it goes like around in that direction. I'm indirectly coupled at the moment, which so I'm pretty sure it goes from there around to that one. You can't really see, can you? Can we get the overhead cam involved? Do you want to be involved over a cam? Are you not bothered? Let's have a look at the overhead camera. Is that working? Yes, it is. Bit of focus would be nice. So how are we going to get to these so you can see them? There you go. So I believe this is the first, second, and that's the last one. This is the one that's got the diode in. Danish, how you doing, mate? Getting out the twiddler. If I can get in here with it. That one's peaked. That one's peaked. Yeah, that one's peaked. That one's peaked. I can't get into that one because the blimmin' thing's in the way. Aerial. Can I bend that out of the way a little bit? Right, it's not the IF cans have been twiddled because they all seem peaked. So looks like one of the transistors is kaput. Now which one? Which one? Place your bets now. TR1, sorry, TR2, 3 or 4. I think if it's getting through a little bit, TR2 must be letting it through. So TR3 or TR4 is my guess. I'm going to go TR3 is going to be my guess. I'm going TR3. Because TR3 and TR4 are both like way out voltage wise, way out. So it could be both of them, but then you know there is a bit of signal getting through, so it sounds like there's just one of them down. Let's clear some stuff up. hoping it's not TR4 because that's a pain in the neck to get to. We've got to take this board out to get to that. So TR3 is just here. You see it? Just down there. That's TR3. TR4 is hiding up in there. And TR2 is behind this can. Just up there, look. So 2, 3 and 4. Oh, let's go to TR2. TR4 for Aaron. Number 1. TR1, Derek. I think we've maybe got the long wave oscillator gone as well, but we'll see. So wait for the thing to go up. I have actually changed this recently as well. Oh, can you remember the display? Anybody want to know what the back of a SW2000 display looks like? Zebra strips. Zebra. Yeah, that was pretty knackered, isn't it? So I have finished them. Jerry. I'm just got to test them out a little bit more and then get your invoice over. Right. All of them Gavin's going for. Derek reckons TR4. Right. Let's go TR3. Come on, Mr. Lockfit. You're doing your job, you're fitting and locking, aren't you? Oops. There goes my LCR meter. Right. TR3. HFE of 90 now. Let's have a look. I can't see that. It is a transistor still there. So it's a BF195C. Can I reach towers? So don't forget this book is actually in that disc that they do on the vintage radio forum. But you need a transistor book. Towers is the most well known. So what did I say? It was a BF195. I think that's probably not far off. It's only an IF, isn't it? BF195C. So the letter does denote. So Towers has got these all listed. So BF195 doesn't list a C. So our gain should be well, it says 36/125. So I don't know whether that's the different packages. This might be a little bit down. but it is 90, you know, which is not the worst. Yeah, why has my camera gone wrong then? I don't know. Camera just decided to switch off, maybe because I bashed the computer just now. I might have just knocked it a bit. I think 90 is probably okay, isn't it? So let's just mark that one so as I know which one's which. I can't see anything now because I've got the book in the way. I definitely need a bigger bench, people. Definitely need a bigger bench. TR3. Let's pull TR4 then. It might not be any of these. You might have to go further back in the radio, but I'm just going to undo this so I can get this other one out. Could be that Rob's got it with TR2. But you think if it was the very first one that was down, that it would kill the radio. You wouldn't get anything through it if it was the very first one that was gone. Right. Should to prise that across enough to get that one out there. Yeah. Let's get this one out then. Come on, Mr. Lock Fit. Okay. TR4. '61. Another BF195. That's a. Is that a D? Okay. It is still a transistor though. I think maybe the gain is right. It's number 4. Is it number 2? Number 2 is particularly awkward to get because this capacitor's in the way. Let me get that out without moving that cap out of the way. Or burning it, one of the two. Silverline's decided that because it's waited so long it's going to turn itself off. BF194B. 194B. That one's good as well, 103. It's got 67 stroke 220. Wow. Ganesh is in. Hi, Ganesh. Occasional. Hi, Steve. Nick and Tim won. So what if you think all of the transistors are good? Where else do we go? Is it a combination of everything? Is it have we got an open can, or have we got an open coil here? Again, that's not unheard of. Let's check the coils. But as I say, it's strange that the voltages are wrong on the transistors. If the voltages are right, maybe they'd work, you know? There's got to be a coil there, isn't there? No, it's ground. That one. .79 mega ohms. 100k. That doesn't seem right. The coil there. Well, 790k, isn't it? Seems high. What's that one? That one. Where's the other one gone? Where's the other one? Up here. Okay. I don't know if the coils actually run that way though. Excuse me. Wow. Yeah, they are. I mean, they're not out of circuit, that's the only thing, so I am measuring potentially other stuff across them, or I'm not measuring them right. Because in the circuit diagram it doesn't give you where they're wired, but it does in the schematic, I suppose, doesn't it? But it's a pain in the neck working it all out. Yeah. Let's see if I can get them out and test them. It does seem high. It's not good enough, is it? Not got a big enough nozzle on me desolderer, so we'll have to go old school on it. The problem is inside these coils they wire all sorts of weirdness up them. Yeah, unless the gain is bad on those, which I don't think it is. It could still be bad transistors, you know, but they are measuring alright on my tester, and these are silicon. Let's put them in the pot there for a minute so I don't lose them. Let's pop one of these out and just see if I can work out how it's wired. I've got some spares of these. In fact, I've probably got another IF board, but yeah, there's diodes wired across these things and all sorts. So if that detector diode had failed, would I have still got a IF through it? I don't think I would I? I've potentially broken my toe as well, just to add a bit of fun into everything. I stubbed my toe yesterday and it's not very well now. So let's see if I can get this thing out. Mark which side that went out. Which way it goes in, should I say. Where's my Sharpie's gone? There's one. So let's mark that. Right, let's have a look inside one of these. I don't know whether the traders is later. I'll see. It's the yellow and the yellow match, right? It's pretty easy to get these out of the cans. You just bend the little tabs. Gently ease them out. Number, which one is this? This is the first one, just after TR2. I suppose To be fair, that alka mode could be our problem. That alka mode could be our problem, you know. See, it's difficult to measure these because you can see that that capacitor is going from there right the way across to there. So it's sort of, I suppose it's blocking it, but there's all sorts of coils and that here. That's got nothing connected to it. Don't think that has. So we've only got 4 connections. But you just don't know where they're connected. You just don't know. Steve, how are you, mate? Did you catch the beer? Yeah, there is one to check in the IF Jeff. Well, there's 2 actually, but the main culprit is likely to be, if you can see it down in there, that red thing is one of the dreaded alka modes. So we will take that one out as well. Let's do that while I think about it. Let's do it while I think about it, because it could be that dragging the signal down, couldn't it? Simple as that. Dreaded alka mode. Let's hoik him out. You can just see him peeping there. Look, he's peeping. This damn area. I should have took that out of the way, really. So, is that positive marked there? Yes, it is. Let's better check this. I mean, that probably should have been the first thing I checked, really, but I just wanted to have a look to see how those are wired up. Let's check the dreaded alka mode, so you can have a guess at what this one measures. It's allegedly a 350 microfarad. So place your bets now. I'm going to quickly nip and get rid of that pint of beer I drank. How are we doing? I mean, I believe that one's across the positive and negative row, isn't it? That is C21. C21. I reckon this one's more like 900. I reckon he's more like 900, this one. Let's have a quick look where C21 is. He's up here. So I was thinking more this one here, C13, but yeah, this one is positive to negative. That's going to rob... That would rob the voltages off the emitters, look, if that one was shorted. But then if you're shorted, I'd be getting a much higher reading on my bench supply, and I'm not. Okay. Repair to a hackled record player post. You posted that then. I've certainly done enough for hackers. They are nice radios, Steve. They're quite unique, really. Right, let's do it. $445. Not a bad cap, is it? 445. So it ain't that one. ESR is not too bad either. ESR is 0.26. So although it's an alpha mode and it will have to go, it's gone high. It's not mental, is it? 350. Let's just check the other two caps in that circuit then. So we've got that one down there, which I believe is that one. Yeah, let's just pop that one out. Just going to lift the leg on this one for a test. Now this is C... I can't bloody see now. I can't see that. C13. So this is the one that I had my eye on, but again it's a Phillips axial. C13. Can't quite see what it should be. So it looks like it's across to ground. Just connect it to there, it'll measure it. Right, so what do you think this one is then? C, what did I say it was? I forgot again. C20, no, C13. C13, and according to the book, it should be 40 microfarads. 40 microfarads. You're famous, Joe. Who got that one then? Was it you, Joe, was it? Nice one, Joe. Right. Any beer left? No. No beer left. Are we all ready? Let's do it. Let's push the button. 6.9. Fairly high ESR. What did I say it should be? 40? Yeah, this is where we might be differing with the different front end, the different IF transistors. Let's have a look what it says here. What am I doing here? C13. Yeah, it should be 6.4. Should be 6.4 on the new one. So 6.9. So yeah, 6.4. So apologies. I led you up the wrong path there, didn't I? There's only one other cap. In this one, and it is on the volume pot. So let me just take it off the volume pot. So it's the feed into the IF section from the volume pot, or out of the IF section into the volume pot. Cracking up. See if I can get that out of there without too much hassle. Everything's in the way here. The ferrite rod and this area here is in the way. No, we're going to have to undo it from the board. I'll have to desolder it from the board. So where is it is the question. Yeah, it's the middle one there. None of this is explaining why we haven't got the voltages on the transistors, though. This is what's really confusing me. Right, this one is I'm going to read it off of it now. It's a 2.5. A 2.5 microfarad, this one. A 2.5. .5. .5. Strange size, isn't it? But just trying to look, see there's wax they put in this to cover this up. Why have they waxed this? They never normally wax them. So we've got a wire there. It's got to be the coils. They've got to be just there. not rocket science. Let's just measure these coils with the outer circuit then. So I'm just measuring the coils while you're guessing that on this IF. So we've got those two there. According to that one's open circuit. Look at that one. What? Maybe they go sideways. They go that way then. Okay. I don't know though. What? That's the one that capacitor's across. So it's not going to read right with that capacitor across it, is it? But that should block DC, shouldn't it? Which just gives it a little bit of DC to measure it. I just don't know the configuration of that. It doesn't tell me anywhere. It says L6. Right, let's do this capacitor then. Oh! That's quite high ESR, 6. It's not mental though. It's not absolutely lunatic, you know. Let's get some. Let's get another one. Oh, steady! Don't you fall off of there. .2 or a 3.5? What do you reckon for a 2.5? Was that Dave, was it? .72? 2.85 for Dave? Yeah, gotta be in it. Is Dave. I don't suppose it matters either way, really, does it? Let's chuck a 2.2 in. It's closer, isn't it? Oh, Bob's saying 3.5. Okay. I decided on 2.2. Bob's gone 3.3. Or was that your guess? Back in the day they were plus 50 minus 10, weren't they? Let's see what a modern 3.3 looks like. Well, not modern, but it looks like these are new old stock. But 4.26. I think I'd be better off going with a 2.2, you know. Slightly higher as feeding the audio through. Yeah, it could be. That seems a bit too high though, doesn't it? That's nearly a 4. So we can find find one that's a bit closer. .2. No, these are going to be 4.2, aren't they? I'm sure they're changing circuit once I see a bit of voltage. 4.18. 4.16. Let's just check a 2.2. These are brand new 2.2s. It literally is 2.2, look, 2.19. I assume they're all from the same batch as from RS, so 2.23. Let's see if I can get this thing out of here then. I'm still not sure what's going on with this coil. Coil! What's going on with the coil? I need to get another board and compare the two. That's what I need to do. So that's negative up. I'm going with a 2.2. That one in there a minute. It'll let me. We will get to the bottom of this. Right, what's that outcome mode? That's 350, wasn't it? So we can put a radio one back in there. Could chuck a 330 in there, that one out. Get these back in a minute. Then we can have a look at this coil, see what is going on there. I can't get anything in there. There's me forceps. Probably thrown on the floor. I can't see anything here. What's going on? It's better. I just took this thing completely out, shouldn't I? It's a pain in the ass with this aerial in the way. Let's take this aerial out of the way. I've had enough of you, Mr. Aerial. Struggling to get in here with that in the way. We don't really need it for testing purposes. Yay, much better. Now I can get my fingers in here now. He says, just. This other cap as well, so that not. It's positive this way. Let's get this other one out as well at the same time. Ah, damn, it wasn't there. What's that on two then? How are we all doing? Have you all hit that like button? Or are you all absolutely appalled? Right. Dropped out. What did we say that was? 6.4 was going to be a 6.8 if I've got any. Which I have. Right. This is even harder to get into this one. Don't my forces, what's a chat on the floor, I suppose. That's one in. And the other one is right in front of that resistor there. Oh. I thought that was in. Clearly it's not. Just talking to myself, don't worry about me. Is it? No. Solder that one in. I need to clear this bench off again because it's getting really messy. Right, so what do we reckon on this thing here then? So we've got, which way round were we? With that way round with the yellow dotties going that way. So one leg goes to the collector, the other one goes across to that resistor, which is R10. So collector of TR2 to R10. Let's have a look. Is that where our coil is? TR2. Hang on, I'm looking at the wrong diagram though, aren't I? I don't think this has got the up-to-date one. Don't think, no, this hasn't got the amended diagram in this one. So we said it's T2 collector goes in one side and the other side is connected to R12. So that's not our coil. Our coil is between the collector and R8. or 7, 8 and C23. What the hell is that? Ah. R7, R8 and C23. So, I'm on the wrong diagram view there as well. Yeah, this diagram's totally different. But the amended one, yeah, it's laid out totally different to this altogether. So our coil is between there and there, so I wonder if it will let me do. It might be clever enough to do this for me. Let's get you back onto the main camera a minute. I'm just going to take a shot of this. Oh. See if that pops up on my computer, because they are supposed to be linked. Yes, it has. Here we go. So okay, apply there. We need to rotate it. Why won't you let me rotate then? Okay. So where is this saved to then? Where are you two? You're there. Where's that gone to then? Snipping tool. Save. Okay. I'll tell you what, this is... Yay, got there in the end. Okay. I've just took this from my phone, so that this is the correct circuit now. So we can see that the collector of T2 is connected to the first half of the coil, and R8 is connected to the second half. So that's in a straight line. It's not as this looks or as the can is. So that's that side. So let me just test that. Basically those two there, and I'm pretty sure this is the one that was good. Yeah, so that reads 2.3 ohms across this coil here. This other one then is between R12 and R9 by the looks of it. R12 and R9, I should be able to measure that across those two. R12 and R9. So I can see R9. I can see R12. Let me just have a look underneath. R9 is there. R12. So that's long ways the other way. And what is that reading? That is reading 8 mega ohms. So that coil, the secondary of that coil there, is open according to this. Where am I? There we go. Whoa, he's back. So let me demonstrate that then. So it's weird how it's laid out. Basically, this is connected this way on both sides. So we've got, it sits in the circuit that way. This is the first coil. So you can see we've got 2.39 there, and the second one is here. .50 mega ohm. So that is somehow open circuit. It's difficult to see because you've got this whacking great thing waxed on the top, and you've got, you know, thing across the other side there. But let me go and get see if I've got another board in a minute, and I'll check it. Right. How would I better get a signal through if it's open circuit though? So I'm not really 100% sure. So I've got a spares Sovereign 2 that it looks like I've robbed for other radios here. Let's get some of this stuff up off the bench. So a bit of a clear up again. Old Sovereign 2. Dusty. It's already out of the chassis, out of the case by the looks of it. Even better. It has got the same IF cam. I used to think they're the same. So let's check this one. Stop beeping at me. So there and there. 2.4 and there. 2.4. That one's open circuit. What a bugger! But we found it. How about that? That's a 33% chance that I hit that one first one. So let's pop this one out. Of course, I mean the other thing, sticking my is it pessimistic head on, is that, you know, maybe when I desoldered it, one of the wires has you know, come moved. So I'm just desoldering this one at the minute. I don't know if you can see what I'm up to. Yeah, Ringway's a good channel that is, Steve, isn't it? I do like Lewis's channel a lot. I like it a lot. Yeah, so let's see how that's up. Right, let's rub the poor old sovereign too. Side by side. Number one, there to there. Good. There to there. 90 mega ohms. This one, there to there. 2.5, there to there. 2.48. So yeah, that is open circuit. Wow. What did you know, eh? Who'd have thought? This doesn't happen very often, that, but yeah, it does happen. Right, let's get these transistors back in their hole a minute while I got that out of its way. It's going to be a lot easier for me to stick TR2 back in without that cam being there. Three, 4. It would be the very last one, wouldn't it? John did give me 2 bottles of beer, but I daren't try opening the other one. That's one. There's a cost to that. A little bit wibbly wobbly there on that leg. Better. Now that's that one in. The rest I can get back in. Make sure we get this one the right way in. The right way round. Solder this one in. Right, that's a new transformer in. I called it a coil just now, didn't I? TR3. I can probably put TR4 and solder them both in at the same time. What about that? Feeling lucky. I'll catch up with the chat in a second anyway. The Ivy, whoa. Channel must be up market for Ivy ads. That one. There's the other one's hidden over here, isn't it? Right. Let's get her back together. See what happens. Damn cam back on this. Got it. Right, the moment of truth. Will he or won't he? I don't need the aerial because I can clip onto there if I need to stick an aerial on it. Are we ready, people? Let's catch up the chat a minute first. Keep you in suspense. Christoph's in. How you doing, mate? Right, it's just catching up. Some of it coffee. 3 episodes and he finally trashed it. It should do it automatically. You need a Microsoft, I don't know if it's a Microsoft 365 account, but it's, you've got a little link. It's called Phone Link, but it's all to do with Microsoft, Rob. Maybe you didn't link it. I say this is an Android phone, not an iPhone, so just catching up. Average YouTube viewer has the attention of a gnat. Yeah. How bizarre, saying there's a small capacitive coupling. Right, thanks for that. Just keeping up, still trying to catch. I'm no fun at all. You need to rewind and see the beer fountain. Oh, it's done a jump. I'm still trying to catch up. Still catching up. Apple TV. We're talking about TVs and Ricardo's saying go. Bob's got 50. Auntie's got 50 megs. It's time. No worries. I'll fire it up quick, Martin. If you've got to go. If you've got to go, you've got to go. Right. Let's have a look here. We've got our speaker. We have that. Don't need that for a minute. We can stick it on. We still may have a long wave issue, don't forget. Fire in the hole. Yay! Next to no volume now, look.
The biggest shake-up of F1's rulebook has been years.
Let's see if... No, I think we've got an issue with the long wave. Seems to be some sort of RF coming through over here, but Yeah, I think we've got an issue with the cap on that one. Let's not cap, the transistor even. Let's find my antenna. Let's see if we can't couple some shortwave into it. So we've got that's. In fact, we could try the long wave aerial, couldn't we? See if anything's coming through. Let's try a shortwave first. Let's connect to ground as well. Don't like it grounded. Strange. Well, that is long wave. I wonder if they're somehow linked. Let's link.
But in the years following its foundation in 1920,
long wave does work, but it's massively detuned. That's strange. It's wandering. It's disappeared again. Back.
It was also about trying to remove the causes of war, trying to promote economic development.
Gone again.
That once you had a leak.
That's weird. The oscillator's wandering around.
When he went on the train, he landed at the port of Brest, I think, in January 1919. They took a train up to Paris, and it traveled through the night, and his doctor got up and looked out the window, and the train tracks were lined with people just standing there very quiet.
It's gone again, that.
So it wasn't.
Should be here. Yeah, that's strange. Les, how you doing, mate? So how about that? It did it. I fixed it. Right, let's hook up to shortwave. Let's go shortwave 1. Put a band spread on the middle. So where are we? We've got 30 megs. There's not going to be nothing much up there, is there? Something there.
Y lo que tenemos son avisos amarillos por aludes en el Pirineo. Y estos avisos amarillos...
There's something there.
Y hoy lo comprobamos una vez más con una persona que ha fallecido en un alud en el Pirineo aragonés, en Cerler, cerca de Cerler. Un hombre ha fallecido.
Only the signal generator, Aaron.
Vamos a contar también que La Gomera se ha quedado en cero. Que desde...
Let's try shortwave 2. Ha! That's Volmet. Why am I shouting? Should get something around here.
Çok maç temposu, Fenerbahçe kadro derinliği sayesinde atıyorum bu.
Здравствуйте, уважаемые слушатели! Я слушаю программу
There's loads here. Morse. SSB. SSB.
L'adrenalina es transferida de carril al polígono y no de
in federal court, and then they would have to say that the person acted outside, irresponsibly, or outside, and there's case law that determines that without getting into all the details. But and what one of the cases says is that you have to put yourself in the shoes of the federal officer in those 2 seconds.
Doyle is fairway out.
And how he perceives it. And this was brought up by Dr. Leon already, is he was apparently dragged before by an
40 meters.
This is all hearsay, and I don't know if there's a fact, but it was in the media. Qu'elles sont résistantes communistes. Vous voyez, il n'y a pas de... Donc la piste se situe en dehors
There's
des
loads on
frontières,
here.
en dehors des
It
contraintes.
needs an alignment.
Et je voudrais que le public découvre cette dimension universelle et ce bonheur universel que Matisse a voulu apporter à tout le monde. Et c'est un message de paix, de bonheur, de tranquillité et de bienveillance que l'œuvre de Matisse. Et je voudrais que les gens ressortent de l'exposition avec le sourire et avec un peu de bonheur et de tranquillité d'esprit d'apaisement comme il aimait à le dire.
Alors, comme vous l'avez cité tout à l'heure, la 11e section de l'exposition Matisse by Matisse est dédiée à l'influence de Matisse sur les artistes chinois. Alors, pouvez-vous dire un peu plus sur cette partie-là?
Pas beaucoup parce que le travail a été réalisé par...
Tune the signal generator to 7 megahertz a minute. Let's see if it'll pick up a lower signal this time. It's picking up very well actually. Where's 7 megs then? Let's pump it up to so that's where 7 megs is at the moment. It's more like 7.5 megs. What are we on? Shortwave 2. Yeah, it's a combination of a coil and a trimmer, so I don't want to mess with that yet, but we'll do that maybe next week, shall we? So yeah, the dial is out. I mean, it might just be that the pointer's been put in the wrong place, you know. I've had that quite a few times. Just have a quick look to see where the pointer finishes up on this end of the scale. Okay, so it's disappeared there, look. It's totally gone. And the other side. Yes, so you can still see it. So it definitely needs pushing that way. So the pointer needs to go that way. So it might just be that the pointer's out of alignment. And we have an issue with long wave is random. I think we've got a problem with the transistor on long wave. I think we have a transistor issue there. Let's move that out of the way a minute. No worries, Aaron. Right. Checking out. See you soon, Martin, if you're still there, mate. Cheers, Paul. Thanks for dropping in, mate. It was 7.35, Gavin, was it? Yeah, you're right, Steve. It's nothing like it would be, but then there's still, you know, there's all sorts of stuff out there if you want to tune around. You need night time really for shortwave, although the Chinese seem to be able to punch through any time of the day. Invincible Violinist, welcome in. You've never seen or heard a Helmsman in the state. Must be a Euro rig. Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't know. Hacker did. They said deport. They did import stuff back in the day. Certainly, their stuff did go over the water, so you might see them over there. Thanks, Rob. So there you are. I mean, I think next week, I don't know if John's in a rush to get this back, but it needs an alignment doing. We need to just double check the IF. No, we put another IF can in it. We just need to make sure that's peaked really. And then we need to have a look at the long wave oscillator, which seems to be all over the shop. And align all the shortwave bands. Should be fun. I've got some caps still to do. I've only got one or two caps. I don't think there's a cap there, is there? I think there's only one cap left to do. That one there. Yeah, it looks like there's only one capacitor left to change in it, and then they're all done. But yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but down here, there's one of the cores is like literally hanging on by a couple threads, so it looks like someone's had a go at the alignment on it, so it should be interesting, shall we say. You've only ever seen a couple. I think I've only got one left now. I did have Chris. How you doing, mate? You have to watch it back, mate. Yeah, so I have got I've got one left. I did one I think I did for Clint, and I've still got one left somewhere. It's a Hellman. Yeah, it's Mayo. Sure, it depends more on solar conditions, yeah. Well, you see if you can get one of those bonito things like Clint uses. I mean, that seems to be pretty good. So that's it for this week, people. Thanks again for joining me. Give it a thumbs up if you like that. We have got to the bottom of it. It's strange that it was an open circuit coil, but you know, we had a couple dodgy caps there as well, fairly high ESR, so I think we're nearly there. So next week should be some fun. Coco, yeah, not good, Joe. Not good. Another 260-70 quid last week, but they've sent off a sample now, so we're waiting to hear what that comes back as to where they go with it, whether they continue treatment or whether they lop it off. I don't know, but don't really want to see him lose a toe. Mrs. Cruncher is feeling a little bit better as well, so all good. Cheers everybody, take care, and see you next week. If I can find the button to push. Bye for now.